No hard feelings now.
I will not stand for the Misty slander.
Center. Mari Krambu Weebs. My name is Cole. His name is Mike. His name is Jay. We like anime. And this is episode 36. We didn't change it in the doc. 36 of the Anime Protagonist podcast. And on this week's episode, I'm sorry, but we're breaking up with old anime. But before we get into any of that, Jay, what's on your mind?
Hello, welcome to the podcast. This week on my mind...
I just said that.
Yeah, no, I know, but I didn't say it. Anyway, this week on my mind, I have been reading a ton of Korean manhwa and novels. I got into Solo Leveling a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
As well as a little manhwa known as Teenage Mercenary, which I kind of want Mike to start reading because it's...
I thought you were going to say Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I can feel it going there, too.
You know, the best Korean manhwa out there, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles by Peter Laird.
It's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, Teenage Mercenary.
I didn't mean to derail.
No, all good. It feels like junk food. It like story-wise, it's whatever, but it's something that, like, if you read one chapter, you're gonna read the whole thing. Just from how ridiculous and over the top it is. If you like things like Solo Leveling or Sword Art Online or anything like that, you'd like this. It's basically about a kid who was in the army who returns home to his family after many years, and he enrolls in school, and fights and trouble ensues once he gets back. And because he was in the army, he's like ridiculously strong compared to these like teenagers.
That does sound like
ridiculously strong.
Especially compared to teenagers.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many teenagers can you take on in a fight?
How many teenagers can you take on in a fight?
Like all of them.
Like every single teenager on Earth at once?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I believe that.
Yeah. My power levels are very high. Anyway.
Nice. Anyway, speaking of things that are very high, what's on your mind, Mike?
420 Blaze It? What was that transition, Jay? What the heck?
I don't know.
What are you insinuating?
Michael, famously high.
Famously.
Well, someone is so high on cash, I assume.
What?
Because they're rich, so they have a lot of cash. I don't know. I'm trying to save this, and you're not helping. Oh
no, we're pouring gas on your fire that you lit.
Yeah,
that's our job.
You've dug this hole, Jay.
Yeah, and I can't claw my way out anymore.
No,
wow,
not anymore.
Let me help you out by telling you what's on my mind. It is fantasy football season right now, and I have been basically all I've been thinking about is fantasy drafts and getting ready for them. I have been invited to join my office work fantasy league, which is honestly the best kind of fantasy league because you see these people every day and it just gives you something to talk about with a bunch of otherwise strangers.
Yeah. Aside from the aliens.
Any other leagues you're in, Michael?
Yeah, I'm in one with Cole actually in his office league. I'm one of the strangers in that league, but I don't get to shoot it up with them that much. So
you're not a stranger. You've been in that league since we started it.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, I'm also
you are an OG.
I'm one of the two people who are not at your work, so that it makes me an outsider.
Yeah, my preparations for fantasy football have consisted of nothing, absolutely nothing. Follow the charts, everyone.
Follow the
charts.
Yep, follow the rankings. Know what's best.
Yeah,
but the league that I'm joining, that I agreed to join, it's much more serious. Like these people make their own rankings and stuff like that.
Goodness.
I know it's heavy duty, and the buy-in's $100. Very bougie.
100 Canadian dollars.
100 Canadian dollars, also known as 13 US dollars. But yeah, basically just getting excited for football. I really like NFL, if people I've mentioned on this podcast before. So it's just an exciting time. The preseason starting up. Things are really starting to feel like they're ramping up. And everyone has hope. Everyone's going to have a good season this year up until like week 3 when people realize, oh no, my team really sucks.
Woo! Sports ball!
Yeah. How are Jay's Raiders looking?
Jay's Raiders, people are very hyped for them because they got one of my team's superstar receivers known as Devontae Adams. It was a big trade they got there.
Oh, no.
I know.
What is any of that?
Are you going to be okay?
I will be okay. I still have Aaron Rodgers at my side.
What does any of this mean? Who is Aaron Rodgers? Please enlighten me.
He's a guy who does psychedelic drugs and throws balls really far.
Oh, well,
famously,
there's the high. There we go.
balls.
I can tie it into the high part. He famously does drugs. There we go.
Speaking of doing drugs, Cole, what's on your mind?
I don't even know, because my mind has melted from all of these psychedelics I've taken today. 2 things on my mind. I am famously known for coming in with 2 things, because I can't decide on one.
Famously indecisive.
Yes. I started my watch of the saga of Tanya the Evil.
Ooh.
It's pretty good. If I have to rank the 4 isekai in Isekai Quartet, it's the worst one, but it's still okay.
That feels right.
Fine.
That feels right.
Yeah, that sounds about right. It's also the least popular one out of the 4.
Yeah,
I would say.
It is interesting, though. It's an interesting concept, I guess. But more importantly, and more recently on my mind, is a game called... Oh, my gunpla are falling off their things.
I don't think it appreciated the fact that you didn't like Tanya.
This game that I've been playing is called Planet Coaster. It's basically It's basically Roller Coaster Tycoon, but
better graphics.
Better graphics.
Are you playing it on your master PS5? You
There's
elitist.
The drop, and yes, I am.
I've heard good things about that game.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. It's pretty addicting. I've built a couple theme parks, and they do well. And every time I just learn a little bit. It's kind of like SimCity, because you learn a little bit each time you start a new one. Like, okay, I need to make the paths bigger so that more people can get through them.
So do you? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm just gonna say I'm a huge sucker for simulation games like that. Like any kind of tycoons, I'm just instantly in. So, what were you gonna say,
SimCity?
Jay?
Oh, I was just going to say, do you ever, like, make the roller coasters and then make them in a way so the people just fall off?
Yes.
So the what? Fall off?
The people.
Yeah, you make a roller coaster, and then, like, while someone's on the ride, you just, like, cut off a section of the track with, like, right before a ramp.
So just a ton of people die.
They just go flying off into the distance. I haven't tried that yet, but I will.
You haven't done That's the whole point of the game.
Yeah, that's like classic Roller Coaster Tycoon.
I'll do that for you, Jay.
Thank you.
Oh, what was I going to say?
Oh, here's a good tip for you, too. If your park's having low attendance, just when people make it so they can't get out, just delete the path to the exit.
Yeah.
Well, how do they get in then?
Well, you let them in, and then you don't let them out.
Yeah.
Oh,
you just let a ton of them in, and then you cut off the exit.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I do like simulation games like that too. Like SimCity is probably one of my all-time favorite games. I always forget about that game, SimCity.
I'm really bad at it.
And now it's time for Cole's weekly random fact. Did you know that all the clocks in Pulp Fiction are set to 4:20, blaze it? Some people state that there are 2 scenes where the clocks are not set to this. Watch the movie to figure out which scenes they were.
Ooh.
Michael and Jay.
I will do that.
Anyway, now that my fact's out of the way, what do you guys say we go to the news?
The what? Oh, this is awkward.
I forgot to load up the soundboard for recording.
As we do, we. You know what? You were saying before, I feel like I forgot something. This is what you forgot. Yeah,
that's what I forgot.
Yeah,
that's
okay,
what I forgot.
Who's leading it off?
Who has the biggest piece of news this week?
It's
in order.
Okay,
go.
Okay, I guess I'll go. First piece of news this week, our top story, we have more movies coming to Crunchyroll. During their industry panel at Crunchyroll Expo, they made an exciting announcement that various films from past and present will make their arrival on Crunchyroll. Movies coming to Crunchyroll are as follows. Woo! This one's probably the biggest one, which is why it's coming first, or why it did come. Jujutsu Kaisen 0 is coming on September 21st. I know a lot of people are very hyped for that. Because
actually, I'm probably most excited for this next one.
Oh yes, I'm looking
honest.
forward to this next one too. Josee, the Tiger and the Fish is already out. Came out on August 11th. Also on August 11th,
I've seen lots of good things.
Too. Also on August 11th were The Stranger by the Shore and Human Lost. Coming on August 18th, we have Akira and Your Name, two amazing
I've heard of
movies.
those movies.
Yeah.
I own
Maybe,
both of those movies.
Yeah, maybe once or twice. I've dabbled in those cinema films.
Literally once for Akira.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised Jay's watched Akira.
I watched it with
honest.
Cole. Yeah, he sat me down. I was like, "You're watching it."
I had to set him up like that scene in Clockwork Orange. I pinned his eyes open.
Hey Jay,
what's up?
Yeah, Jay, come over. I got something for you to do. And then you just like hold him down, tie him to the couch.
Hey Jay, you want to watch some anime? He's like, yeah,
yeah. I'll watch some anime.
I love anime.
I love anime. And then there was just this like chair. There was a ton of duct tape in his house. I didn't understand that, but yeah.
That's always there.
I guess yeah.
Michael knows about the duct tape.
But the moment like he just directed me to the chair, and there was only one chair pointing toward the TV, which I thought was very odd. It wasn't even a couch. It was like just a singular chair for one person.
Yep.
So he directed me to the chair. I sat down, and then suddenly he broke out the duct tape and tied me to it.
Yeah, and you just sat there.
Quote: It was just a singular chair for one person.
I put the movie on and then I left the room and just left him there to watch.
And then he went to do laundry.
Yeah.
Anyway, what other movies are coming? Keep going.
Other movies
August
coming
25th.
August 25th. This one I am super excited for. Wolf Children, as well
you're a
as
furry. There it is. How's it feel, Jay?
You're a furry.
How's it feel?
It's a good movie. It has nothing to do with the. You actually talk about liking girl wolf's characters. I just like films. Okay.
I don't know. You did say you were super
because
excited.
Because it's a good movie.
You did say you're very excited for this one.
Because it's a good.
Are you very excited for the next? Are you very excited for the next one too?
But it is a good movie. So I've heard The Boy and the Beast, as well as Sing a Bit of Harmony.
I do want to sing a bit
on
of
the
harmony.
25th.
I'm interested in that one.
Yeah. When do those ones come
August
out?
25th. And then
I've seen this next one. And it's pretty good.
The Girl Who Leapt Through Time is also coming, as well as Afro Samurai Resurrection. Films from popular properties such as Free, Fairy Tale, Psycho-Pass, Code Geass, and Black Butler were also teased.
Ooh.
That's exciting. You know what? I'm a sucker for anime movies, to be honest with you, because it's kind of like you don't feel like watching a season of something. You don't feel like watching episodes and all that stuff. You just kind of throw on a movie and just kind of like
chill. Yeah.
Veg out to it.
Yeah, you just sink into the couch, and the duct tape causes you to chafe a little bit, but it's okay.
Yeah. It's very sticky, but it's good.
Mike, I believe you have some anime news as well.
Yeah, speaking of sticky and good, Delicious in the Dungeon manga is getting a TV anime by Studio Trigger.
Back up.
I'm a famously...
What's sticky and good about that?
Cooking is sticky and good.
It's fine. It's good.
Yeah.
It's sticky.
All right. I guess I guess I'll just stay here then. Jeez.
Studio Trigger! Woo! Ryoko Kui's Delicious in a Dungeon, also known as Dungeon Meshi, manga is getting a television anime by Studio Trigger. The official website and Twitter account opened for the web. Hold on, sorry. Why am I talking?
Because this is a podcast.
Let's take a second here.
Yeah, what else would you do?
Think?
My brain just reset there. Hold on. Okay, here we go. The official website and Twitter account opened for the anime on Wednesday, and they unveiled a visual which featured a zoomed-out overhead shot of 4 characters sitting around a fire, presumably cooking a nice meal. Kui launched the manga in Kadokawa's Harta magazine in 2014, and they've released the 12th compiled volume this last Wednesday, so very recently. The 11th volume in September 2021 also revealed that the series was reaching its climax.
Gross.
So this series is coming to an end soon. Yeah, gross. Do you guys want to know a little bit about what the story's about?
Please tell me more.
Well, luckily for you, Jay, do you want to know as well?
Sure. Won't hurt.
Okay. Yen Press licenses this manga, and they describe the story as Once Upon a Time, the collapse of...
Mike, you're really struggling here.
And you know what's rough is that there's like a lot of reading coming up on the second half of this podcast too.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna need to get it together. I know. Here we go. Once upon a time, a collapse in the catacombs of a tiny village led to the discovery of a vast dungeon, which supposedly hid an ancient city cursed by an evil magician, with untold treasures awaiting whoever could defeat him. Years later, Leos and his party of adventurers were getting close to that goal, but hunger, resulting from a loss of supplies, hampered them from defeating the penultimate obstacle, a dragon. At least that's how Leos interprets the loss. Leos is eager to return and recover his sister, who was eaten by the dragon. His party defections and lack of supplies has put him in dire straits. The solution he comes up with is simple. They'll just eat the things they kill in the dungeon. Though Marcel, the party's elven wizard, is adverse to the idea, they happen across a dwarf who happens to be an expert on dungeon recipes, helping them discover the gourmet secrets of the dungeon.
Oh my god.
Oh my glob.
Wow. I like that it says, but hunger resulting from a loss of supplies. I was hoping it would say hunger resulting from not eating.
But hunger resulting from the lack of nutrients and food.
Also, Leos is eager to return and recover his sister who was eaten by the dragon?
Yeah, that was...
Yeah, a lot of this doesn't make sense. That's why I kind of like switched my voice from like epic fantasy voice
Valley
to kind of
Girl?
like nerd reading a book.
Is that how you
Valley
picture
Girl
me
type
reading?
voice? I don't know.
Mike, your default voice is nerd reading a book.
Yeah.
I heavily object to that. I don't know. I'm excited for this one as a fan of foods and dungeons. This seems like a good property. And then Studio Trigger, obviously.
Which is funny because Trigger doesn't do a lot of adaptations. Normally they do original stuff. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is funny.
Speaking...
You know what else is hilarious,
I got
guys?
a good funny story for you guys.
Cole, you should tell us about your good funny story.
A record 39.8% of anime studios were in the red in 2021.
Jay, that's not funny at all.
The financial research...
That's people's jobs.
The financial
careers.
research firm Taikoku Databank published a report last week on the state of the anime industry in 2021. The report noted that 39.8% of the 309 anime production companies surveyed had incurred losses in the 2021 calendar year. Stretching, Mike, just stretching. Total industry revenue in 2021 amounted to approximately 250 billion yen. That's about 1.8 billion US dollars, which is 5% lower than 2020. This marks the first time since at least 2000 that the anime industry contracted for 2 consecutive years. They recorded a 1.8 contraction of industry total revenue in 2020. According to the firm, the firm stated that the drop in the number of TV anime productions... This is weirdly written. The firm stated that the drop in the number of... Basically, they're saying that there was a lack of TV productions due to the COVID pandemic, shortage of human resources, and delays too many of the productions in as the reasons for the record high. That was a really tough last paragraph to read for me.
Yeah, that last sentence was not great. Yeah.
Anyway, that's the bad year for anime studios, unfortunately. Yeah. Hopefully they can
recover
be
next
back
year.
In the green. Yeah. Back in the black soon.
Back in the black.
I think this is a good time. I feel like this is a good little point for me to get up on my little high horse here, my little stool, and kind of just like say, pay for anime, guys. Like, I don't... Like people make things, they work hard to make things that you enjoy, and if you like it enough to listen to this podcast, just, I don't know, drop them a couple bucks.
Yeah, it's like I know. Sometimes paying for things is tough, but like it's like $10 a month to pay for Crunchyroll.
Yeah, honestly, like even if you just like bought one anime Blu-ray, like that's amazing.
Or just buy the random manga here or there. I don't know. They clearly need the money.
To be fair, though, manga doesn't really go to the studio, but yeah.
Oh, that's true, but yeah.
It's all cyclical.
Yeah.
Obviously, some people, that's not an option, so keep doing what you're doing. But
if you can. It's
a good thing to do.
You know what else is a good thing?
What's that?
What's a good
Jay's
thing?
Game Corner.
Welcome to the Game Corner.
You know what else is a good thing?
What's that?
That drop.
Yeah. You know what else is a good thing?
What?
The Postman Pat theme.
No, I'm not doing it.
Don't do it, Cole.
No,
don't do it, Cole.
I'm not. It is.
You'll never end if you do it.
Is this just Bully Jay the episode?
Yes.
It's every
No,
episode.
I can't do it. I can't do it this time. 2 episodes in a row.
Did you not have enough bullying me last week that you have to bully me more?
Jay.
I was actually surprised we didn't get a copyright strike last week for having like just the Postman Pat theme song entirely in the
and then
YouTube
double
episode.
layered over itself.
Postman Pat
Yeah.
is a BBC documentary about a postman named Pat and his black and white cat.
Is Splatoon 3 a documentary of anything?
That would be kind of cool, but no, unfortunately not. However, we did get a Splatoon 3. Wow, I really lost that. A Splatoon 3 centered
we're rough
direct,
today. Yeah.
talking mainly about the game. And we got a basic overview on new things coming, old things returning, and all the good stuff like that. So I'm just going to talk about that a bit for a little bit. So first off, we got confirmation that Turf War was going to be returning, which is a 4v4 3-minute core mode with the team inking basically the map, and whoever inks the map I can really talk today. Holy crap. Whoever inks the turf the most
this episode.
Wins. And then we got some new maps revealed as well as returning ones. That being Scorch Gorge, Eeltail Alley, Hagglefish Market, Undertow Spillway, Mincemeat Metalworks, and then returning maps like Hammerhead Bridge, Museum d'Alfonsino, and Mahi Mahi Resort, as well as others. And more maps coming in the future, as well as the return of Ranked Mode, and now being called Anarchy Mode. All weapons from previous games will also be available, as well as 2 new ones, being the bow called Stringers and Splatanas, wipers that allow you to send blades of ink through a sword, which can be charged. Then they made like a ton of other changes to the game. You now purchase weapons through Sheldon licenses, which essentially is just a ticket that you get every time you level up. And if you save up more of them, you can purchase later weapons than you would initially be able to earlier on, which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then just a ton of other stuff that is just kind of par for the course with Splatoon. Another story mode, salmon runs coming back, different things like that, new characters and that, new bosses and all that. Yeah,
I'm excited for Mincemeat Metalworks.
Yeah, I don't really know too much about the maps, but they do look pretty cool. Just gonna have to wait for that. However, we will be getting a Splatfest world premiere on August 27th. So if you want to try out the game for yourself, you can do that, and you will be playing the brand new Splatfest mode, where you pick from 3 different teams, and you will have a 3-way turf war instead of one team versus another team. So that'll be very interesting. And yeah, you can play that on August 27th. I believe it's all day. So download that for free on your Switch. It is for free as long as you have online.
All day?
All day.
Oh.
Wow!
Yeah.
Hopefully it's a weekend.
August 27th
it's a Tuesday.
is a Saturday.
It is a Saturday.
It is a Saturday.
I know that because
There
that's when
you
I'm
go.
moving.
Ooh. But that wasn't on your mind.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
But yeah, I'm super excited for Splatoon 3. Just from what they showed off at the direct, it looks really good.
Yeah, you're like honestly the biggest fan of Splatoon I know. Most people I know, like you say Splatoon, and they're like, "What is that?"
Yeah, I don't know.
Is that the game for babies?
No, it's actually like a really fun third-person shooter that has a very unique take on third-person shooting rather than just like Call of Duty. But again,
it's super popular. It's just one of those games that's like just seems like really good. I just never get into it.
Well, maybe this new demo coming up this month will change your mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Seems like there's also some new mechanics coming with your squid form that changes
squid form.
changes a little bit about how the game plays. So I'm really excited.
Squid form Mike does sound fun.
Well, the point of the game is you're both a kid and a squid.
True.
So, yeah,
it fits. I hope that's your only piece of news in this gaming corner.
I've got one more, but it's very short.
God damn it!
I would have. You know what?
It better be something
skipped
good.
it if you hadn't brought it up, but because you brought it up, I will now talk about it. Mike, how excited are you for this? And honestly, I don't see why you wouldn't be. Dragon Ball is coming to Fortnite.
Oh God.
Ooh.
Well, let's go! On Twitter, Fortnite teased Dragon Ball content coming to the game with a teaser image of Shenron and the line, "Speak, name your wish," with the date of August 16th, 2022. That would be this upcoming Tuesday, or if you're watching this on the YouTube premiere, tomorrow. Yeah, how do you...
I don't want to talk about Fortnite anymore. Can we not talk about Fortnite?
Let's talk about Fortnite.
Let's talk about
how
Fortnite.
The kids really like it.
So, when are we going to get to see Goku holding a gun?
On Tuesday.
On Tuesday. True.
Don't worry.
True.
Tuesday we will.
So exciting. Goku holding a gun and building towers or something?
You know who else is going to hold a gun? Vegeta.
Possibly. We don't know who's in the game.
Yeah, I know. We don't know who's in the game, but most likely
Yeah.
Goku's going to be in it, and we're probably going to get, like, Frieza, maybe Vegeta.
Bulma.
That would be cool. Bulma with a gun.
So exciting.
Cell with a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Majin Buu.
There we go. That's what the world needs.
Who else would be cool if they held a gun?
Krillin.
Yeah. That would be cool.
That would be pretty cool. You know what else would be
so
cool?
What?
The questions that are currently in our mailbag.
It's time for the mailbag.
Mike on point with the hits.
He was just waiting for us to transition to mailbag.
As soon as I realized Jay was talking Fortnite, I'm like, I held my finger over the mailbag drop for that entire time. I'm like, let's go. Guess what, guys?
What?
Kratos has a message for us. This one's from I think this one's only from like a month and a half ago, so it's pretty fresh. What's an anime/manga genre that you dislike as a whole, but still like some series from that genre? An example they give is, I don't enjoy isekai as a genre, but I still watch a decent number of them, examples being ReZero, Overlord, Jobless Reincarnation, stuff like that. And when I read this question, I think you guys might agree with me here, but I kind of it's exactly what Kratos said.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
He pretty well stole my answer.
I like isekai, so
I like isekai, but like I just feel like I'm just so sick of it, you know what I mean? Like when you have pizza like 3 nights a week.
Yeah.
And then you go the 4th time and you're like, oh, I just don't want this anymore.
Yeah.
It's still like good.
Isekai is such an oversaturated genre in anime now. Like every season you'll get at least one new isekai.
Right.
And it's like almost the exact same thing.
And then 1 or 2 isekai that are starting over again.
Yeah.
Like season 1 or season 2 or 3.
Yeah. And
no, I'd agree with his answer, like right down to the shows that he listed.
Yeah. No, he just listed like the good shows.
So I'm going to be an outlier because I do enjoy isekai. But I don't really like sci-fi, and Cole's going to kill me, but I'm not the biggest sci-fi fan when it comes to anime, at least.
That's not surprising to me.
Yeah. But your brain isn't big enough.
Or it's bigger than that because I realize that it's not real. But I do like things like Gintama, and there were others, but Gintama is the one that came to mind.
Is Gintama sci-fi?
It does have sci-fi elements, yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I think my answer would be I don't like cute, fluffy shows necessarily, but the odd one will kind of get me. Like the one that comes to my mind immediately is Aharen. I really enjoyed that from the last season.
I also really enjoyed that one from the last season.
Yeah.
Jay?
That one was boring. I was bored.
Yes. And guess what, guys?
What?
We have a surprise bonus mailbag this week.
Are you going to play the song again?
It's time for the mailbag. No. Anime.bunny, spelt with IE at the end, on Instagram, messaged me and messaged us, sorry.
Wow, comrade.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah. They want to know, something I've always wanted to hear people talk about is how important is the music of an anime really? A lot of people rank OPs and EDs, us included, but nobody talks about how important they are for the show. And I feel like this kind of strikes a chord with us. We're all pretty big fans of music as a whole and soundtracks and stuff like that. What do you guys think about soundtracks in anime? How important are they?
I think that it is among the most important things.
Oh, absolutely.
Couldn't agree more.
It's so important in establishing a tone, in kind of like steering your emotions in the correct direction.
And
more than any other aspect of an anime. And
especially the OP, because the OP itself, like, it's the first thing you hear when you watch an episode, right? Like, and it's supposed to basically like introduce you to the main idea and tone you're supposed to feel going into the show, rather than how you're feeling right now during a scene. So it's the thing that sets the mood, that sets the feeling of the show. So yeah, very important. And then
I feel like
the ED,
OPs almost always are just basically there to serve as like a hype you up for the show, if that makes sense.
Yeah, they're basically the water slide into the show.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the OST is like the pool that you're treading in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the ED is kind of like fair game. It can be whatever.
Well,
the ED is the towel that's drying you off.
Yeah, but it could be a war. They kind of get like a little more creative with the EDs usually, because like you don't have to.
Yeah, well, with the ED, like sometimes it'll be like a very emotional scene, and then it'll hit you with like the biggest party song you've ever heard in your life.
Yeah, but that, you know what, I see that take a lot on Instagram and including our Twitter and stuff. But like realistically, like I think it's there to serve almost as like the same purpose as comedic relief when they do that. Because if you just watch something super heavy and then you watch like a really sad and slow ED, it's kind of like it's just too much melodrama.
Yeah, everything's intentional.
Yeah.
Nobody makes these shows and stuff like, well, I mean, nobody makes a good show and doesn't know what everything that's being put into it is for.
Yeah,
everything
keyword,
has
good
a point.
show. Keyword there's good show.
Yeah.
Like
any show that's using an upbeat ED to contrast like a heavy scene, they're probably doing that intentionally.
Yeah, no, it's just a lot of the time it's very like
jarring
and it gives you whiplash.
Yeah, but I think that could also be maybe intentional too, like Cole was saying.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I think that's intentional, unless it's like a crappy show.
Yeah, then
I'd
probably give them less of a benefit of the doubt.
One show that kind of sticks out in my mind, and just kind of we're gonna wrap this up a little bit soon here. If I don't know, you guys, neither of you have watched Sunny Boy, but in that show, there's almost no sound OST to it at all. Like there's no background music at all, really. It's just like silence for the most part. And then there's like, when it does bring in the music, you really notice it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. A silent voice also does that really well. Like its music is very quiet and really doesn't overplay the
a silent voice probably has, like, it's a movie, so it's kind of difficult to put that in the ranking, but I'd say it's probably one of the best OSTs in anime.
Absolutely. I definitely agree with that.
It's so creative.
Same with all like the Shinkai movies with Radwimps.
Yeah.
It's just a silent voice uses like the way that they mic'd the piano when they were recording the music is very interesting as well. But that's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
We'll into the technicality of how that works.
I can guarantee you at some point we will do an episode on this very topic.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But guys, I don't know about you guys, but I think Cole really needs a break.
I really need a break.
No, you know what? I need a break from your bullying.
I really need a break. And by really need a break, I mean I really need to go grab another beverage out of my fridge.
Yeah, we should give...
so that I can bully Jay some more.
Oh, no.
Tune in after the break.
If you want to
bully
see
Jay more.
Yeah, if you want to see them bully me more, I guess keep watching or keep listening or whatever.
And who wouldn't want to see that? Anyway, after the break, we are going to read our breakup letters that we wrote to our old favorite anime. So come back after the break. And it's an break.
There's no joke. I'm genuinely asking a question for you.
Yes. Read it. Read it now.
Gosh darn it.
It's just you.
Yeah, good. Well, let me tell you something, Cole. There was no place for me, so I had to make one myself. And then I realized I had a place, but I was the only one in it. I didn't know any other way to live. And that place is the AniPro podcast.
Wow.
What an intro.
What an intro. What was
Guys,
that from?
That was from Inuyasha, 2004 anime smash hit Inuyasha. This is starting off rough. Cole, can you please tell people what we're going to be talking about? This main
That's
topic?
not my job. That's
Oh
your
my
job.
That's your job.
Okay, I'll do it. Guys, we are breaking up with some anime from our past, and instead, we're going to be replacing them with our new flings, the ones that we're into now. And we have wrote little letters to let these anime know of our intentions. And I think they're going to be pissed.
Yeah, they're gonna
yeah.
be so mad.
They're going to be
Oh,
mad.
Yeah. Yeah, we all wrote, I guess, Dear John letters is what people call them, you know.
Yep.
Breakup letters.
Who's John?
Yeah.
Wait,
I don't know.
who's
That's
John?
just what they called them.
Yeah, come on.
It's just what they call them, Jay.
Cole, come
But-
on with a better name.
Yeah.
Dear
Deku.
this show. Dear Deku.
Dear
Dear waifu.
Dear Juan. Dear Jay.
Dear Cole.
Dear Mike.
Okay.
Dear.
I think we're ready to go. I think we've basically established what we're going to do. You guys are all, I think we should start by basically, well, one of us will read our letter. And then I think probably the best thing to do then would be the next person to read their letter. And we can all have good times and discuss.
Yes.
What do you
Yes.
say? Do you guys want to have some good times and discuss?
I do want to have good times and discuss.
I want to have good
In
times, but not
disgust.
discuss. Oh.
Oh, nice. Cole, lead us off.
Okay, I will lead it off. This first letter I wrote as kind of like, you know, a bit of a somber breakup letter, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah,
I'm sorry it had to turn out this way.
Yeah.
Okay. Dear Dragon Ball Z. It's not you, it's me. Right off the bat with the cliche.
Classic.
Yeah. I've realized that as I grow older, my palate requires a more sophisticated taste. While 20 minutes of a strong man with wacky hair screaming may have held my attention when I was a 12-year-old, it no longer pleases me as a 30-year-old.
It's fair.
We'll always have good times, though. The time where Goku was facing seemingly insurmountable odds, but at the last minute found a new power-up. Or that other time where Goku was facing seemingly insurmountable odds, but at the last minute found a new power-up. And that time Goku was facing seemingly insurmountable odds, but at the last minute found a new power-up will always hold a special place in my
I like
heart.
that one. I like that one.
Thank
yeah,
you.
that one was pretty good.
Yeah. It's the best one.
But I have to be true to myself. I'm sorry, but I don't think I like shonen battle anime. I think I might be a shoujo romance fan. I found someone new. Their name is Fruits Basket, and they give me what you can't. An engaging and diverse plot, fun characters who all have differing personalities and desires, and an OST that's just...
Oh, choice.
Oh. I hope that you won't forget the fun times that we had together. I know that I will still think from time to time of those poignant lyrics, Dragon Ball, and remember the next line, Z. Goodbye, Cole.
Oh, just cold ending there.
Yep. Farewell. I almost wrote good riddance, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Snaps.
Anyway.
Snaps for Cole.
Yeah,
Snaps for Cole.
I tried to pick like two polar opposites in that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Dragon Ball Z, and now I realize I like shoujo, guys.
Yeah.
I like shoujo, and I don't care who knows.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of good shoujo shows, so like I don't blame you.
Yeah, there is a
Yeah.
lot of good shoujo shows. And there's a lot of good, better shonen shows as well.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z is kind of, hate to say it, It's kind of mid.
Here's
But
the
it was
thing.
fun when
honestly-
I was a kid.
Here's
It was
the
fun
thing.
when I was a kid.
With Dragon Ball Z, it's kind of like how people say, "Oh, the Beatles, they suck." At the time, if you had never heard no one had ever heard the Beatles. So at the time, the Beatles were like groundbreaking, right? At the time, Dragon Ball Z was groundbreaking, but now
Oh yeah.
it's just everything's been based on it. It's been, you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah,
it's old news.
Dragon Ball Z has aged so poorly.
Yeah.
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 It is fun though. Like
It is very fun.
still. It is still a fun watch, but that is purely from a that's
Nostalgic
purely
standpoint.
nostalgia
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah.
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 How would you grade my letter though? Please praise me.
10 out of 10.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
12 out of 10.
Wow.
Wow.
Amazing.
Wow.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I thought I really worked hard on that one. I wrote it in probably 15 minutes. Yeah, and okay, so we said Dragon Ball Z is in mid show, but you know what's not mid?
What's that?
Fruits Basket.
Oh, peak.
Fruits Basket is peak. It's so good.
Yeah.
Like I said in my letter there, like all of the characters are like unique, you know? No
Yeah.
two characters are alike in that show. Whereas in Dragon Ball Z, everybody's pretty much the same. Like, oh
I
yeah,
wanna
okay.
I want to
down
be strong.
to like their faces are the same.
Yeah. Have you ever seen it? I saw a TikTok not too long ago where someone took all the Dragon Ball Z characters,
Yeah, I
cut
saw
off the
that.
top
Yeah,
of their heads,
yeah.
and just switched the hairs, and it was like, oh, that's
Yeah.
it's like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, there's Goku. There's Vegeta. There's Gohan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that one.
yeah.
Yeah, no, Fruits Basket is
I
top
believe
tier.
I believe it's one of my highest rated anime of all time. Actually,
Yeah, I've gone down saying I didn't like Fruits Basket when I first watched it, but like I said in a previous episode, when we went to see the movie, like it definitely got me to understand why it was so beloved.
Oh, and like honestly, like I know what Fruits Basket does. Like it swells the music up at the right time and all of that. But you know what? It does it so gosh darn well.
Yeah.
I don't even mind that it's just like pulling my heartstrings.
well, but then the other thing too, Cole, is you're at the point in your life now where that affects you more than just trying to be the strongest, right?
Yeah.
That resonates with you more than that Dragon Ball Z will.
Yeah, because I don't need to try to be the strongest.
Yeah, you already
You are
are.
the strongest.
Yeah.
I am the strongest.
As we said
Yeah.
before recording, you're the host with the most.
Yeah, that's right. I
Yeah.
am the host with the most.
Yeah.
Speaking of hosts with hosting, Jay,
Yes.
do you care to read your breakup letter?
Yes.
Let's break some hearts.
What tone are you going for in this letter?
So when I was writing both of my breakup letters, they were kind of more like dramatic and heartfelt because that's just kind of the idea I had going in my mind.
That's who you are. Yep.
That's just who I am. So that's just kind of the thought. But the idea transitioning from one to the other kind of had like a central theme. And that's kind of the idea that I had for both of them. So we'll see if I can sell that as much as I intended it.
Well, let's find out.
Let's go. Let's
Have
go.
at it.
All right. My dearest, my beloved Pokemon.
Yes! I knew one of us was going to do Pokemon.
I want to be the very best, like no one ever was. This has been true from my childhood, which led me to you, and remains as such to this day. From Kanto to Johto, Hoenn, and Sinnoh, you always had a prominent impact on me, even giving me my first waifu in Dawn at the ripe age of 10 years old.
Dawn? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, okay.
Not Misty?
Misty?
Nope.
Misty, OG.
Yeah.
I would spend my time watching you with a sparkle in my eye, picturing myself in the world, interacting with my favorite Pokemon, and journeying to become a Pokemon master myself. Such childhood dreams are always beautiful to look back on. But, as I've matured, so has my taste. The whimsical dream of journeying to your adventurous lands evades me, and I need a show with more substance to satiate my hunger. Something more
Oh, no.
thought-provoking.
Oh, no.
Oh, here we go.
In comes 86, a series that I consider in a league of its own, tackling topics I had grown up learning about. Racism, compassion, war and peace. It all hits so close to home, something your protagonist can never seem to stay at for too long. And in the waifu department, Lena is every Pokegirl beat by a country mile. She carries more weight and depth than Misty, May, or Dawn ever could. And for these reasons, and many more, you have been 86th from my favorites list. Like your song might, or to emulate your song, it's not me, no, it is you, Pokemon. No hard feelings now.
I will not stand for the Misty slander.
Yeah. I will not stand for this.
The rest I'm on board with, though. I almost put Pokemon as one of mine, actually.
Yeah.
Well, it might come up later.
Yeah, I really I really enjoyed Pokemon as a kid. But like it's the same thing over and over and over again. Ash and Ko are going through region and find person with problem.
Mm-hmm.
They help person solve problem until Team Rocket appears.
Mm-hmm.
Ash and Ko help stop Team Rocket. End episode.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up.
Yeah.
I think it's just like kind of like that weekly generic, like there's no real overarching plot kind of worked better back in the day than it does now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, if you want something that emulates the games, then I can understand why you would still like it.
Yeah. If you just
But
want to see Pokemon
honestly,
animated, right?
Yeah, but honestly, like, the games do it for me, so
Yeah.
I don't really care.
Yeah.
And there never really feels like there's any progression. Ash is always 10, so everything he learns in previous seasons just goes away later on.
Yeah. So what about 86? I think that's a pretty good new relationship you found there.
Yeah, 86.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
Thank you. 86, and my love for 86 didn't start at the anime, but at the light novel, and like just going to the anime, it tackled things that, like I said in my letter, things that I really learned as a kid. This isn't really much of a secret, but I grew up in a Jewish background, and because of that, I learned about history of that kind of thing, like racism and like World War II, and that's kind of the thing that 86 is based on.
Mm-hmm.
So getting to see that and getting to like see that same kind of
With same themes.
theme, like it really resonated with me. So
Yeah.
And like all the characters, they feel like their own, and they have their own struggles in this situation.
Yeah.
And like they're all trying to find their own place within it. I think that's really great.
Yeah, as well
and then
said, I think.
Yeah, and then Sawano does the music, so like I mean,
Sawano does the music, and then you got your girl Elena or Melania.
Lena's
Lena.
amazing.
What's her full name? It's not just Lena.
Vladilena Malize.
There you
I think.
go. I knew there was an
that's
M in
it.
there somewhere.
Yeah. And just like her story of being a part of like the people that persecute the 86, and her learning to kind of learning more about them and wanting and like learning about what her people are doing
Mm-hmm.
on a more realist, like on a more detailed level, I think was really good. So it just means a lot for me. And I mentioned this earlier, like sci-fi is not really something that I really enjoy, but 86 is definitely an outlier.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
did mention that earlier.
Yeah.
And then you picked a sci-fi
You take
for your
that
new.
back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do like sci-fi.
86 is an outlier, I'd say.
Lena's good. I like that she's going through her emo phase. It's fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. She gets over it, but like she does have a good emo phase.
I would say it's a good 8.6 out of 10.
You know what? I think that's a fair rating.
It actually
That
is.
is-
It's
that's a
correct.
very
It's
fair rating.
the correct rating. Yep.
Yeah. Mike, I think you have a letter as well.
Oh, I do.
Important though, Michael. Explain your tone of this letter.
All right.
What were you going for here?
I was going for something whimsical, but still heartbreaking.
Oh, heartbreaking. Well, I'm
Kind
ready
of
for
like-
my heart to be broken.
Yeah. You'll see what it's all about. Are you ready?
Yeah. I am ready.
Okay, hold on. I'll pull it up here. Dear childhood Mikey, I envy you. Right now, you are watching TV with the volume way down, hoping your parents don't realize that you didn't actually go to sleep and instead have stayed up watching cartoons past your bedtime. You've just finished this week's episode of Dragon Ball Z, and now there's this weird new show starting. It looks really neat, and it's not like anything you've seen before. In fact, the song over the ending credits seems to be in Japanese. Not only that, but the show seems to be steeped in Japanese culture and actually takes place in feudal Japan as well as modern-day Tokyo. How strange and exciting Inuyasha feels to a 10-year-old boy from rural Canada. What you are watching, young Mikey, is called anime, and there's a good chance that if you had not found this show, you would not be who you are today. You can thank its strong female main character and shoujo vibes that permeate it throughout, not to mention a lack of localization exposing to your developing brain to the powerful thing that is Japanese culture. However,
it's a lot of big words.
I have some bad news for you.
Oh no.
Due to its Monster of the Week format, this show works amazingly well when you can catch random episodes that happen to be airing. But when you try to watch it in the new binging style of media consumption, it does not have the same charm. The incredibly slow pacing, as well as the fillery feel of the Monster of the Week format, just doesn't hold up in 2022. And I regret to inform you that we will be breaking up. But I assure you, it's not you, it's me. I just needed more depth in storytelling, faster pacing, and just more meaty topics to sink my teeth into. And that's just not what you are. It's not what you were made for. However, that is exactly what Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is.
Yeah, buddy.
It combines masterful storytelling, well-developed characters, complex ideas that suit the person I've become, and just is awesome all around. It also managed to do this over the course of 103 fewer episodes in which nothing feels like filler. Remember, you will always hold a place in my heart, but this is for the best. Love, Big Mikey.
Big boy Mikey.
Snaps all around.
Thank you. A little peek behind the curtain here. I told Jay, because he's known to be very long-winded with these things, and I was like, make sure you don't make it super long, because I was expecting him to come back with a 30-minute, we're sitting here just listening to it read. Yeah, he's flipping pages, and then I wrote way more than him.
Yeah, you wrote the
Like
longest letters.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I'm a total jerk.
Yeah. Here I am. I literally wrote them on my phone. No, good letter. Good letter. Yeah.
Good letter.
I don't think either of you have watched Inuyasha, but yeah,
I did.
Did you?
I dropped it. Yeah, I dropped it.
Yeah. It's
because so when I watched it, I was like, oh, so many people love it. I have to see why it's so good. And then I watched it, and it was like a Monster of the Week format. You covered it basically spot on.
It just does.
It's good when random episodes come on, but as a binge format, it just doesn't work.
Yeah, and you can pretty much tell the entire story of the show in probably 24 episodes.
Yeah. You could probably skip.
Does the manga do the same thing?
It's super long, so it must. I haven't read it.
It does.
That's disappointing.
That's just how most of Rumiko Takahashi's stuff is.
Yeah.
So no big long arcs. It's more just here's the problem this week kind of thing.
Yep. Yeah. Basically.
Well,
yeah.
Yeah.
There is a big long arc, but they honestly will not address it for 15 episodes at a time, and then a small thing will happen, and then there'll be 15 more episodes.
Have either of you seen Maison Ikoku, which is also by her?
No.
Okay, that one is her best work ever.
I've looked at that book many times, but I've never picked it up.
Yeah, it's a seinen manga, so it actually has more mature themes and ideas, and it feels a lot more concise.
Okay, that's good to know.
So yeah.
And what do you guys think about my new boo, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood?
Oh, I mean,
there's
a reason why it's the #1 anime. Always. Yeah.
I almost didn't put it as my my new boo, but I was kind of honestly, it's one of the first things I watched as a new coming back into weebdom, and it was it blew my mind. It was this is what I've been missing out on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think it was the first one of the first things that I watched, because we've talked about this. I kind of joined the whole anime craze later than you two did.
Mm-hmm.
I watched some stuff as a kid, but I didn't really get into anime until I was a bit older. And this was one of the first things that I watched, and remember just binging all, how many episodes is it? 50?
64, I think.
Yeah.
64?
Yeah,
something
that sounds
that.
Right.
I binged it all in a week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What year did you start watching anime, Cole?
Well, there was something that happened. Yeah, there was something that happened in the middle of it that always throws me off. But yeah, okay. 2018. Yeah, it was 2018.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because the next
C4.
year, the next year was my first convention.
That's the year I met you. Right.
Yeah, Michael and I looked up, well, there's a local anime convention that we could go to, and it happened like the week before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was 2018. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Wow, that's already...
I know, that's crazy.
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You joined honestly though, you joined in a really good year because 2018 was like when things were like really starting to become
there was so much good
mainstream
stuff.
Yeah.
Like, that was the year Place Further Than the Universe came out.
Devilman Crybaby.
Devilman Crybaby.
Yeah, those were good.
Good shows came out that year.
Good shows.
Speaking of good shows, I think Cole should tell us the next great show that he will be disowning.
Yes. The tone I'm going for in this one is a bit more bitter.
Okay, that sounds
more angry.
Okay.
I believe it. Yep.
Okay.
On brand.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Dear Pokemon,
I knew it.
we need to talk. And by talk, I mean I need to write a letter and you need to shut up and listen.
Oh.
Jeez.
I've realized something. You just want my money. You're constantly trying to sell me a new game or a new deck of cards. Honestly, I can't anymore. Do you have any idea how much Pokemon cards cost now? My new anime doesn't ask for anything. In fact, I can't give it money because its manga doesn't have an official English release. And you know what else? You seem to want to keep me in the same state of mind as when I was a kid. Do you think I'm a baby? Well,
Yes.
I'm not a baby. I'm a man. A big, strong man, and I need an anime for manly men. March comes in like a lion, gives me what I'm looking for. A show about a teenage boy working through his childhood trauma so that he can learn to open up to others. It's beautiful.
Woo!
Now, if you excuse me, I need to go watch Hina deal with her classroom bully. Good riddance, Cole.
Did you actually just throw your phone? It kind of glitched for a second there. I thought you threw your phone at the wall.
No, I didn't throw my phone. I'm actually not that bitter towards Pokemon. I just did that for the memes.
Yeah, for the memes.
And I kind of thought about the concept of like, Pokemon does kind of just want my money. So it made me steer into that.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm just going to ask you to do me a favor.
Yeah.
Can you look around your studio and tell me how many figures and manga are around you?
A great many.
Okay.
Things.
I'm just a little thought experiment there for you.
Yeah. I know, Michael. I know. It's 1-to-1. It's Pokemon versus March comes in like a lion.
Yeah,
Pokemon is the #1 media in the entire world. So.
Yeah, for a reason, because they want your money.
Yeah, Pokemon doesn't just want my money. It wants all of our money. That was the other thing that got cut out of my letter was that Pokemon is like cheating on me with other people.
Yeah.
But I couldn't incorporate that in.
Like
Pokemon, I thought I was special to you, but everyone is just giving you money.
Even like our friend Matt, our friend Matt, he's currently trying to collect the entire set of the Pokemon Go set that came out. The trading card game.
Yeah.
And he's probably spent like $400, $500 on it.
Yeah. He's like, you don't even know how much money I've spent on this.
I know.
Like,
remember that person?
I know,
Mike, remember that person we saw at Icon that was like collecting every base set first edition card?
They were trying to collect base set, shadowless, complete the entire set. And I was like, that's like a $20,000 set. What are you doing? Like, Cole's absolutely right. Pokemon is the thing that gets people. They just are stupid with their money when if they see a Pokemon, they're like, let's get rid of all my money, please.
Yeah,
let's get rid of everything.
Yeah.
So for my day job, I work at a toy store, and like the amount of people that come in and go, "Do you have any Pokemon cards?" is like it's most people.
Yeah,
it's insane how
toys or your toy store was my go-to place for when things were sold out for Pokemon cards. Because no one goes there really for like that kind of thing.
Yeah, I did the same when I was a kid. I went to that exact same toy store and would buy tons of Pokemon cards. And I have no idea where they are now.
Well,
that's painful.
I got a bunch of Pokemon cards in my closet. So.
How many Shining Mews do you have?
I have 3 Shining Mews.
That's 2 more Shining Mews than me.
Yeah.
That's 3 more Shining Mews than me.
And that was pure luck, baby. I was opening packs.
Yeah.
And I got those Shining Mews.
You're going to retire with them now.
I think we've mentioned this before, but Cole's luck when it comes to gacha
Yeah.
is ridiculous.
Cole is the
all my
gacha
luck.
god.
That's where all my luck points are.
Yeah.
Is in gacha stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
we're talking about Pokemon, and we're failing to discuss my new love,
March
my
comes in
new
like a lion.
ultimate love. March comes in
That
like a
came
lion.
in like a lion.
Yes,
Now, Cole.
it certainly did. Yeah, Mike.
Do me the faintest of favors here, please.
Yes, of course, Michael.
Whomsoever recommended this fine anime to you?
Well, it was an old friend of mine, a former friend.
Former friend.
Well, that's fair.
Well, he keeps rubbing it in. No,
Oh,
Michael.
yeah,
Michael
yeah,
introduced me to March Comes In Like a Lion. I was resistant to it because everybody was like hyping it up too much, and honestly, it wasn't hyped up enough for me. It's so good.
Yeah, you wound up liking it more than I do.
It's so
And
gosh
more
darn
than
good.
Evangelion.
Yeah, more than Evangelion. Actually, my initial letter was going to be Evangelion, dumping Evangelion for March Comes In Like a Lion.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because
That feels
like
steep.
I kind of did, but like I still really enjoy Evangelion. It still
Yeah,
has
you
its
got-
merits.
You got room for both.
Mhm.
You got a side
Yeah.
chick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's
And I mean,
yeah.
Ray plush.
Ray plush, Asuka figure. Here she
Mike,
is.
can we get as best as you can we get a Ray plush just like spinning as just on the screen?
You know what? Thanks to my new powers of watching videos on how DaVinci Resolve works, yes. And here it is.
Yes.
Thank you.
Look at her go.
Thank you.
Yeah. Look at
Whoa,
her go.
whoa! Slow down! Ah!
If you're wondering what we're talking about, if you watch the podcast on YouTube, episodes come out on Mondays. I add a whole bunch of graphics to go along with us talking about our basically things that just entertain you more than our stupid voices.
Yeah, you can watch both, or you can listen to the podcast and then watch the YouTube video because Michael does a really good job on the YouTube video.
Yeah.
He does do a really good job.
Thank you.
Yes.
I do a really good job on the YouTube video.
You do.
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 But it's all thanks to Cole editing up a great product for me.
Jay, read your letter.
Yeah, Jay, read your letter.
Oh, yeah, okay.
What's the
I got
tone?
a letter.
Tone.
Tone, also very like heartfelt, but
Okay.
a bit more comedic than the last one.
Okay.
He's gonna
I
cry
was
during
gonna
this
say,
one.
see, you guys went for like serious, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like trying to like find myself in these.
Yeah,
I'm
okay,
acting.
Okay. Dear Beyblade, you spin me right round, baby right round, like a Beyblade baby, right round.
The end.
No, I just wanted, okay. I was so madly in love with you growing up. I would watch you every time you aired on YTV. The different Beyblades, the Bit Beasts and Powers were all so cool. It made me want a unique Beyblade of my own, so I'd buy every Beyblade I could, built them to perfection, and spun them everywhere I went.
Everywhere?
Everywhere. But, like Beyblades, time keeps on spinning. It's fun to look back on the past. I see it all the time. Remakes of the classic Blades, Dragoon, Drasil, Dronzer, and Drigger, and remember the good old days, the days before you went metal. I suppose looking back is a habit of mine, and a show that exemplifies this behavior is Real Life. This anime, as well as the manga that it was adapted from, stole my heart the moment I lay eyes on it. The story of Kaizaki going back to his youth to learn how to move forward as an adult hit me so hard back when I too was someone stuck at a crossroads. Done away are the cheap, cool Beyblade battles of my childhood, now replaced with the dramatic tale of growing up and moving on from past traumas. Real Life holds a special place in the stadium of my heart, out of which you, Beyblade, have been thrown. I'm sorry, but it's time we part ways.
Whoa.
That was
You gotta
deep.
fall down and meet ground to get back up again, Jay.
Nicely
Jay
said.
with the lyrics in his notes.
Yeah,
I like it.
Jay's feeling musical this week. I can tell.
I like it. Yeah, no, Beyblade, I think, for all of us was huge, big touchstone as children. And
Oh my
ultimately,
God.
what were they? Just tops.
Just tops. And it's funny, like I said, I spun them everywhere. I mean it. Like, I would be at school and someone would come up to me and be like, hey, we're in the lunchroom. Can you spin it against this wall? And I'd do it, and I dented the wall.
Nice.
God, so powerful.
I actually,
or like,
at my school,
Oh,
got
so-
Beyblades banned because all we did was play Beyblades.
Yeah, I thought that was me who got it banned at our school because I tried to launch it against a wall, but then the wall just disintegrated. I launched it so well.
You must have had the metal Beyblade.
No, it was just a plastic one.
Nice.
Actually, all it was one of those toy tops, and I just spun it with my finger.
So powerful.
And I just thought, I'm so strong. I'm a
Another
big, strong man.
Another story. So next to my school, where like the playground was, there was a fence and someone's house and yard right next to our school, and kids in my grade would like throw everything over that fence just like to be funny, like soccer balls, basketballs, any kind of yard toy. And one of my funny thoughts as a kid was, what if I spun my Beyblade at this fence? So I did it, and it went through the fence and landed on the other side in this guy's yard. No idea who this person is, and I don't know where it is anymore. I never went to retrieve it.
That does sound like something you would do, Jay.
Yeah, yeah.
Were you silly, Jay, at the time?
Well, I mean, I was like 8 or 10 or something like that, so probably.
Isn't it Loopy
Wouldn't
J?
it be crazy if
It is Loopy J.
Wouldn't it be crazy if I launched my Beyblade into this guy's yard?
Oh.
Don't do it, Jay. You're nuts. You're crazy.
For the listeners, Jay has a secret mode that he goes into sometimes known as Loopy J, where he does the most wild and unpredictable stuff.
Yeah, they had the pleasure of meeting Loopy J at Icon this year.
It was terrifying.
It was terrifying.
Yeah,
I'm
sorry for that.
The things that man could do.
Yeah.
At any given moment.
Yeah. We didn't
Remember
know
when
what
I
was
dropped
next.
my hat?
He just dropped his hat.
Walking, and he just drops his hat.
Like it was
crazy.
nothing. Like it was nothing.
Like it was
But yeah.
nothing.
Yeah,
Maybe
Beyblade's fun.
What about real life?
Yeah.
Real life.
Real life, like I
Jay
said,
loves
like,
real life.
I love real life.
I know nothing about real life.
So, real life is the story of Kaizaki Arata, who is someone who's been out of university for a bit, and he got fired, or he left his job after like a couple months of working there. And he's currently like in between jobs, doesn't really have any like stable job. He just works at a convenience store part-time. And all of his friends from university and high school kind of like passed him by and are doing their own successful thing, but he doesn't really have anywhere to go. And one day he's approached by this guy who works for Real Life and asks him if he could join the Real Life program. Basically a program where they take this pill and they de-age to a 16-year-old self, enter high school to relive their youth and try and regain that like youthful love that they had before and had lost. And so it's about Kaizaki in this high school making friends and regaining that passion that he once had. And
then hijinks ensue.
Tons of like high school drama and things like that. But it's really good. Mike's probably like falling asleep.
It was
No,
good.
I'm here.
It's good.
It's
I'll watch it at some point.
you should. It's on Crunchyroll.
So
Go
why
watch it.
why is it your new favorite? Like what's
So
the driving factor
it's
there?
it's been my favorite for a while. I watched it back in when it aired in like 2016, 2017. And like so I graduated high school around the time it aired, and at the time I was a very like I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. And when I watched Real Life, it kind of affirmed me that I wasn't alone in that and that there were other people feeling that way. So I really resonated with it.
Yeah. That's one of those powerful things, right? Is when it like resonates with where you are at that time.
Yeah.
And then when you watch it, you can kind of like go back to that feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that probably got a lot deeper than any of us expected. But
No, you know what? This has been lighter than I expected. I honestly expected at least one J tear to be shed.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah.
No, Jay's keeping it together.
He's
I'm
holding
keeping it together.
Yeah.
Honestly, like in the back of my mind, I'm like, hold it in. Do whatever you can. Just hold it in.
Yeah.
He's driving his foot into like a board with a nail on it.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
come
that
on,
would
don't-
make me cry.
Don't cry.
Don't cry.
Don't cry. You're hosting a show. You can do it.
You're a big
the-
boy. You don't have to cry.
For the
Big boys
listeners
don't
who don't
cry.
for the listeners at home who don't understand, I'm a big crier. Like
True.
SAO made me cry.
Wow, it's
Famously.
You know what? Honestly, I'm like stunned that I thought for sure you're going to break out with something for SAO.
Honestly, like the main reason why I didn't include SAO is because I was mainly thinking of like my childhood rather than like my weeb introduction shows.
Yeah.
But if I was thinking about that, then I probably would have included SAO.
Okay.
But
Would
Mike,
you
you have another letter.
Okay, before I read that, would you have broken up for or would you have broken up with SAO?
Probably with.
Okay.
For what?
That's sacrilege.
I don't know. Like I haven't really thought.
We'll just say
too
real life, maybe.
Far into it, maybe.
Yeah. Are you guys ready?
Hold on.
We're finding our center.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Okay, we're ready.
Well, I'm going to tell you the tone I was going for in this letter.
Thank you.
Very heartfelt and like tear jerking. That's really what I'm going for here.
Okay.
Jake, get ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm ready. I have tissues right here.
So,
Gross.
back in 2018, I attended Comic-Con for the first time with my good buddy Cole.
This is me.
Seeing all the cosplays, figures, and other anime-related items brought back the little weeb in me that fell in love with the genre back in the early 2000s. So I started looking at shows that were popular, with the idea that I would return to my degenerate weeby ways. My research showed that there was one show that was at the summit of anime popularity at that time. So I gave it a shot, and it helped me regain my love for the genre in a huge way. That show was My Hero Academia.
Yeah, buddy.
Season 3 was just wrapping up. All Might had just fought All for One. Deku had protected Kota. And the love-hate relationship between Baku and Dekugo had finally come to a head. The hype had never...
Baku and Dekugo?
What did I just say?
Baku and Dekugo?
Nice. Nailed it. The hype had never been higher. Since then, the show has had its moments, but they've been few and far between. And now we're on the cusp of Season 6 airing. I just can't bring myself to feel the emotions that I once felt. And so... I bid you adieu, students of UA. I will be taking my talents to the Shuchin Academy and replacing you in my heart with Kaguya-sama Love is War. Or more accurately, Chika Fujiwara. It has almost everything I could want. Comedy that actually lands, romance, a cast of characters with deep personalities, and not to mention competently written female characters and an amazing narrator.
And Chika.
And Chika Fujiwara. Over time, Kaguya-sama has only increased its hold on my little Kokoro. Meanwhile, My Hero Academia's candle has been growing dimmer and dimmer as time passes, and as my taste in anime matures. You should know, I still plan to watch Season 6, if only for those brief moments for when our romance rekindles and burns bright once more, and then I can reminisce on what we once had. But my heart just won't be in it. Instead, my heart will be in a dingy little ramen shop with a pink-haired Machiavellian lady, enjoying a tasty bowl of ramen. All the best to you in your future endeavors. Mike.
Wow.
Future endeavors. Did they get fired?
No, it's just moving on.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're doing stuff still. Yeah, they got another season coming up, but
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Okay.
I'll watch.
I think I still got to finish season... What was the last season that came out?
5. I haven't seen 5, yeah.
That's what I'm saying, man. I looked up a graph of like ratings for the seasons, and it was like steadily up to 3, and then just right back down real low after 5.
Well, season 5 is very rough.
Yeah,
just like in animation quality and adaptation altogether.
It had its moments.
It did have its moments. I'm not saying it's horrible. It's just like it's not as good as seasons maybe 2 and 3.
I think it's just becoming stale.
That too.
I think it's just become stale. Like now it's just becoming Deku is finding new powers constantly.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, yeah, I've seen Dragon Ball Z, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of like the problem, right? But it's like you said, Cole, it still has like those moments where you're like, oh, that's why I like this show. And then it goes back to being kind of boring. I feel bad saying that.
The meta narrative of it is like it's Studio Bones. It's like it's animated really well and all of that.
For the most part.
But yeah, like story-wise, it's just kind of meh.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the best parts of it are like the inspiring hero stuff, but like the fights, which is what a shonen battle manga is supposed to be there for, aren't really that great.
I don't know if I agree with that. Like, I think the best moments are all in the fights, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but like you don't remember those fights for the fights themselves. It's like the drama that happens because of the fights.
Yeah, I mean, if I wanted to watch fights, I'd watch boxing or something. I want the drama.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like it's a battle manga, so like it should have good fights.
Give
but like
me
the
drama.
fights aren't that great. It's just like the drama in the fights.
I think we're just gonna have to agree to disagree on that one, Jay. I
Just
do
walking in
like the
circles.
fights. Yeah. What do you guys think of my new bae, Kaguya-sama? Huge
Kaguya,
upgrade.
best girl. Chica, also very good.
I mean, you
Ino,
just-
best girl.
you could just say that with any
Kaguya,
character in
also
this
great.
show. Every character in this show is best boy or girl. They're all so good.
Yeah, that's true.
Ishigami's my son. I will defend him with my life.
Yeah, except for when we destroyed him on, I think it was episode 34.
Yeah,
did
I don't
we?
think there was. Yeah,
Yep.
there
How
was
did we
nothing I could
destroy
do
him?
about that. The best boy tournament.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Listen
there
back
was,
to
there
that
was
episode.
Nothing I could have done about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who is he fighting again?
I think it was
I think
Itachi.
it was yeah, I think it was Itachi.
But yeah, Kaguya-sama just does. It's so much better. It's not
Yeah.
a battle manga in any way, but it kind of is actually a little bit too.
It's more of like a psychological battle manga, kind of
Yeah.
like Death Note.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's hilarious.
It's really good. And then like it kind of forgoes that psychological battle manga kind of aspects later on, and it becomes more just like a
Just a straight up romance.
drama, comedy, and just everything.
Yeah.
And everything it does so well.
Yeah. Not to mention just animated to the T's,
Yeah.
Oh,
to the
my
nines, and then the voice acting is
And-
amazing. And apparently the dub is very good. I keep watching YouTube clips of like compilations of just awesome dub moments from it.
Yeah. I keep getting recommended clips of the dub and
Yeah.
how good the dub is.
Yeah.
It's pretty
But
good.
It's super well directed as well.
I refuse to allow myself to watch those.
The narrator in the dub is really good.
I refuse.
You filthy dub watch.
Filthy dub watcher.
Gross.
Yeah. How dare you even bring that up?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I like this. This was fun reading
Yeah,
letters.
yeah. No, this was that was awesome.
airing our dirty laundry for the world to see
Yeah.
and smell.
Oh, it's so stinky.
It is stinky. Cole, why did you even do that?
I'm sorry. I muted my mic so you guys wouldn't hear it, but
And you didn't think we could smell it?
no.
Actually,
I'm
you know what?
sorry.
Like midway through this episode, I like repositioned in my chair, and like I have a fake leather chair, and it made like this super gnarly sounding noise. I'm like, I hope that didn't pick up on the mic, and then I looked over at the waveform, and it was there. So earlier in this episode, you guys might have been treated to a little flatulent sounding noise.
That was when Cole farted.
Yeah, that was when
No.
Cole farted.
Oh no, I don't know how. I don't know how to fart. Anyway, why don't the listeners tell us who they're breaking up with and who their new flings are on
Ooh.
Twitter?
Yes, please.
We have a
Please.
Twitter as a podcast. It is at AniProPod. That's ANIPROPOD.
Follow it.
And follow it, please. I myself have a Twitter very similar. It's at AniProCole. That's ANIPROCOLE. Jay, what's your Twitter?
You can follow me at JGaredian, JayGaredian. Mike, where can they find you?
Find me at Gritty Gundam, GrittyGundam.
Yes, Michael and Jay. And of course, they can like, review, subscribe, no matter where you're listening to us on, whether it's on YouTube, Apple Podcast, Spotify, all that good stuff. And of course, come to our Discord. Come play Moodai with us.
Yeah.
Draw waifus.
Yeah.
It's
Let's do
fun
it.
and addicting.
And
All
free.
the
But like
links-
if you take my waifus, you will be annihilated.
Yeah.
Nah, he's harmless.
Yeah, he's harmless. Don't worry about it. And you won't.
If anything, I'm gonna take yours.
Trust me, you won't take his waifus. If anything, he'll take yours. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He definitely does that. Links to all of our things are on our link tree. That's linkter.ee/AniProPod. And next time on the Anime Protagonist Podcast, we are doing our mid-season check-ins. Are you guys ready?
No.
I got
no.
shows to watch.
Me too.
Me three.
That's what I'm gonna do. Right
Yes,
after
but
this.
until next week, we will say, as we do at the end of every episode of the Anime Protagonist Podcast, bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.